It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Newell. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that being said, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so it is finally here. It is finally here. The Real Housewives of New York Season 13 trailer has dropped. Now, we know that Andy Cohen was asked by a fan, tweeted out actually, I think it was last month, to be fair, will we be getting the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or Real Housewives of New York trailer anytime soon? And he's like, no, not anytime soon. Maybe before June? Okay, well, we're still in March. So I don't know if you were teasing us or if you just didn't know, but we're just happy that it's here. And it's explosive. Now, guys, we know that we're getting a few newbies this year. We're going to have Bershawn. We're also going to have Eboni K. Williams. Eboni K. Williams is the only one who landed the new housewife role, but it sounds like Bershawn's she'll be a part of it too. She'll be a part of it as a friend role in the same capacity that Kathy Hilton is going to be joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the same capacity that LaToya Ali joined the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So she'll have that friend role, but maybe after this season, who knows, she might actually land her apple. We'll just have to wait and see. But what we do know is who's coming back, what the drama is, and how this is going to go down. So just in case you've been living under a rock, we are getting back Leah McSweeney, the tiki torch throwing phenomena. Sonja Morgan, who loves a good cocktail. Ramona Singer, who's constantly putting her foot in her mouth. And I'm sorry, Ramona, but it's true. It's true. Our cabaret princess, LUANN. And of course, Eboni K. Williams. Now, before we jump right into all of that, of course, everyone's been hearing the news that Tinsley Mortimer and her engagement with her, well, now ex-fiance Scott has now ended. She's saying that she was shocked by it, but his friends are sticking up for him, saying that he's been trying to break up with her for quite some time now. He's just not been successful in it. Pretty much, she's high maintenance. He has had it. He was over it, and finally, he just had to pull the plug. Now, he said it wasn't an easy decision, but he put out a statement before she even knew it was coming out. And she's flustered. She's sort of pissed off because she left mid-season, season 12, because she thought this was her fairy tale ending. So she walked away from the Real Housewives of New York, from the career that came with that, the public figure that came with it, because she thought she was in love. She honestly thought she was going to move to Chicago with the coupon king and everything was going to be oinky doinky, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a word, but just the point is it wasn't. It's come to a tragic end, and fans are asking, will we be getting Tinsley Mortimer back? I don't think so. I honestly think she would have been phased out after the season anyways had she not have left. I just think that she wanted to leave on her own terms. Regardless, she's gone. Dorinda Medley's gone, which makes me so sad. She left the franchise. She was reportedly fired because she came off a little aggressive last season, especially towards Tinsley, and I think the network was just giving her a break. Now, I'm sure we'll get Dorinda back in the future, but again, let's just talk about season 13. This is going to be a good one. Well, to no surprise, in this trailer, we see that Sonja Morgan is saying, I'm just checked up, gal, in a drunken rant. Ramona tells her, get real and stop the drinking. Now, we've seen Sonja struggle a few times, well, throughout the seasons with drinking and either taking it too far or just pushing the limits. In Sonja's words, she doesn't feel like she has a drinking problem. She feels like she has a drinking solution. I don't think that's about to change anytime soon, especially not in this season. But I do want to talk about Ramona because Ramona is the first one to call Sonja out. But Ramona is guilty for something else, constantly sticking her foot in her mouth. Now, last season when they went on vacation, they were greeted by an amazing staff in this beautiful home, and she called them servants. She said, look at all the servants in here, which is absolutely ridiculous, and it sounds ignorant. Well, this season, she refers to the people in her home as the help. Now, I don't know who else that was triggering for, but one person who spoke up about it was Eboni K. Williams. Eboni K. Williams is coming in hot, and we haven't seen her on our screens before, but if you follow her, she is very vocal. She has opinions, and she's not afraid to speak on them, which is why we're so excited to have her as a new addition. I think she's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And we know she's not going to be a one-season wonder, which makes it even better. We get to invest ourselves into her. So Eboni calls her out and says, listen, that word, the help, that's a little bit triggering for me. And she says, okay, fine, I won't use the word the help. I just can't remember everybody's name, so I won't use the word help. Here's a toast to hospitality assistance. Okay, I guess you threw a little cotton candy on it, you fluffed it up, you tried to make it look pretty to back your way out of that one, but I'm sure there will be other moments where Ramona will trigger somebody. It's inevitable, right? Let's move on. Not only has Eboni clapped back at Ramona, but she also goes to a dinner party at LUANN's house, and feels the need to tell all of the women that I have a higher level of education. I have more than any of you. My level of education is way higher, more than you, which triggered LUANN. LUANN said, don't you come into my house and then tell me I don't have an education. And Eboni goes, I can leave your house, Lou. I don't have to be here. Yes, an independent thinker and also someone who's not afraid to challenge the OGs. I'm living for this. Seriously, I can't forge or fake this smile. I'm so excited for this. It gets better. LUANN has a new man in her life. His name is Garth Wayford, and the women are kind of over it. All it is Garth, just like it was Tom. It seems like when LUANN falls, she falls hard, and she's going to introduce us to her new man this season. One person, though, that's over it already is Sonja Morgan. Sonja Morgan is like, ugh, Garth. It's always about Garth, LUANN. It's either Cabaret Tom or Garth. And for LUANN, she's like, listen, I'm in love. Yes, it's about Garth. Actually, if you guys watch the trailer, one funny moment is when she tries to call him, he picks up on the first ring, and Sonja, this is him saying, who picks up on the first ring? I think I'm actually guilty of that. If you call me and it rings once, I'll pick up for you. So call me anytime, guys. But I want to move back on to LUANN really quick. Not only was LUANN clashing with Sonja Morgan and also a little bit with Eboni K. Williams, she tells Leah McSweeney in this trailer not to overstep her boundaries. And Leah just kind of clapped back and said, I will step wherever the guy wants. Oof. Even though Leah McSweeney was last season's newbie, she did come in hot. She says what she wants, she does what she wants, and she doesn't hold back. I think that's what landed her spot, because a lot of people weren't really happy with having Leah McSweeney come in. They felt like she doesn't have that glamorous life of a housewife. She's more relatable to most of us, I guess, and she doesn't have that like diamonds hanging from the ceiling when you walk in or a Lamborghini. She doesn't have any of that, but what she is real. So technically, she might not be a housewife, but neither are the other women, but she is real. So I guess we have to give that to her. In the trailer, too, we see where the women are running around with pasties on. Leah McSweeney calls all of the women, oh, I hate using this word. She says hoes. She goes, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, and just points at all of them. And what I'm guessing that has to do with is, well, the women asked Leah to give this man a lap dance. She's gyrating on top of his lap. And I'm sure she got a little bit of flack for that. I'm sure the women were like, oh, Leah, you are out of line, girl. And Leah's clapping back like, I know you guys aren't talking about me. You guys swap boyfriends, you swap men. You guys meet up on the Upper East Side and date each other's exes. And you're constantly making out and hooking up with other people. In the words of LUANN, just be cool. Don't be all uncool. If you remember correctly, after they had a man spend the night inside of their villa with the rest of the women, and they were doing God knows what. Now, it wasn't necessarily strippergate like we got from Real Housewives of Atlanta, but sometimes I feel like the Real Housewives of New York even take it a step further, if you can say that, right? And also, if you guys recall last season, all of the women gave Leah a lot of hell for having tattoos. They were like, oh my gosh, I would never get a tattoo. Ugh, that is so taboo. That is just déclassé. However, she convinced the Countess, well, the ex-Countess, she convinced LUANN de Lesseps to get a tattoo. So we're going to see that and so many other things play out this season. We're also going to be seeing Bershan Shaw, who's coming in hot. We see where Bershan is going back and forth with Sonja, and Leah has to step in and separate them. Sonja screaming at her. She's screaming back at Bershan. What is going on in the scene? We don't even know. But Sonja's fed up and throws her glass at the wall, pissed off. Not just that though, we see a tough conversation, another tough conversation, aside from the help comment from Ramona, between Ramona and Eboni K. Williams. They sit there and they have an intimate discussion over, well, we'll have to figure it out once it plays out. But Eboni tells Ramona, you're gaslighting me. And she says, actually, you're gaslighting me. How is this going to go, especially in today's climate with someone like Ramona who says and does whatever she wants, now finally being held accountable for her words and actions? How is this going to play out on the show? Now, we saw for Brandi Redmond, she didn't like when Dr. Tiffany Moon ended up joining the show. She felt like she couldn't be herself. She felt like she couldn't act crazy and be wild and say what she wanted to say because there was going to be someone there that holds her accountable. Like Dr. Tiffany Moon said in her interview, I can't not be Asian, and I'm not sorry for being Asian. I'm sorry if that triggers you, because it's the most ridiculous thing ever that Brandi is saying that she's even triggered in the first place. Anyways, let's get back to Real Housewives of New York. The point is that our newbie is going to shake things up. Eboni K. Williams is coming in hot. We're here for it. She's going to make sure that the women don't say whatever the hell they want to say. You're not going to make comments like the help or servants. She's going to call you on it. And I think that's amazing. I just want to know, though, because I love reading your comments. I love hearing your thoughts. What are you guys most excited for? Are you most excited for Leah McSweeney and the LUANN de Lesseps clash? Are you most excited for Bershawn Shaw coming in as a friend role? Eboni K. Williams for holding the women accountable? Or are you most excited for Sonja Morgan, her drunken rants, or even Ramona sticking her foot in her mouth? There's so many things to look forward to. And finally, especially after a crap season of Real Housewives of Orange County with the lowest ratings ever, and Real Housewives of Dallas is sort of kind of picking up now. Real Housewives of Atlanta is finally getting better, but it's almost over. So I feel like a good dose of Real Housewives of New York and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is just what we need right now. Again, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and comment below. Let me know the answers to all my questions because I love to read them. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that being said, see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.